Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. This is Kazuri Alameen. Death is certain on earth. I've been teaching grief and loss classes for many, many years. I've been in the mental health business for now over 40 years. I've seen a lot, learning a lot each and every day. And I'm very, very grateful and very, very humble, very, very honored. I've helped a lot of people. A lot of people have helped me. But I needed to get back here this morning and make this video again because it's Thursday morning at about 10:15 Standard Time, Eastern Standard Time, I should say. And I've had 2 phone calls this morning of people that were, from family members that were here yesterday who passed away this morning rapidly, 2 different states. Both people passed of heart attacks. And yesterday morning, of course, they were here. So my point is, we all going to start breathing, whether you believe it or not. That's affirmative. That's a universal truth. But we don't know at what time we're going to start breathing. We don't know how we're going to start breathing. We don't know what land we're going to start breathing. We don't know whether it'll be quick. We don't know whether it'll be a long-suffering illness. We don't know that. Nobody knows that, and I'll challenge any man and woman on that. None of us know that. Example, we know we all came out of our mother's womb. That's a universal truth. Either with a C-section, but every one of us came from the woman, which is the mother of all civilization. But my point is, as far as this thing called death, which leaves things unfinished, we don't know how, when, what time we're going to leave this universe. We're going to stop breathing, I should say. So I want to encourage you, that plays a role in people's lives. My point is, don't allow anybody to rush you where you may be in your grief process. Don't allow anybody to rush you. And sometimes people mean well, and hell, sometimes people don't mean well. And they'll tell you they know how you feel. They'll get to what I call grief comparing. Well, I lost my mother too, so I know how you feel. Or I lost my husband, or I lost my child, I know how you feel. And that is a lie. First and foremost, they don't know the relationship you have with your family member or your friend or whoever, so they don't know how you feel. Sometimes people pass away, you don't feel nothing. It's not good or bad, it's just real. So I call it grief comparing. Don't let nobody grief compare you. They don't know how you feel. There'll be sometimes in life, but as I'm talking about grief and loss this morning, there'll be sometimes in your grief and loss, you don't know how you feel. So how in the hell is somebody going to tell you how you feel? Because you don't even know how you feel sometimes. There's nothing wrong with that. Once again, I'm talking 40 years of experience, mental health. So wherever the process may be there with the process. Don't allow anybody to rush you. And once again, it's just human behavior. Because once again, we can go rapidly, we can go slowly, or whatever, but that's okay. That's okay. Once again, these people that I'm telling you about was here yesterday morning. They are no longer here now. They died rapidly, right away. Heart attacks. So life has taught me I have great empathy for those family members who are still alive, however they may be dealing with it. Even if they ain't dealing with it, I respect the process. So it's very vital, ladies and gentlemen, don't allow people to rush you. And sometimes we get all double-minded, I like to say. Because I heard he say this on TV, and she said this, and he well known, and she well known, and I should be here by now, and somebody say I should be here by now. That's hogwash. That's hogwash. You got to be where you at. That's part of the healing process. And sometimes it's not going to taste good, and that's okay. Example, every day the sun don't shine. We still got the weather. So don't let nobody rush you and grief compare you where you should be or where you should not be. And I know how you feel because you done lost a loved one. No, they don't know. Nobody knows that. I've seen this damage a whole lot of people. People are getting better, but I've seen people damaged by what somebody else said. How you going to tell me about an experience about my life you had nothing to do with you? Now I challenge any man or woman on that. So be where you are. That's part of the healing process. Grief and loss is a process. Grief and loss is unknown. Grief and loss hurts. Grief and loss painful. Grief is a deep sorrow. A deep sorrow. So wherever you may be in that process, let the process continue to take its place. It's your life. It's your experience. Very, very important, ladies and gentlemen. Don't allow anybody to rush you and don't allow anybody to grief compare you because only you know how you feel. Real talk. Thank you very kindly.